Hey everybody in your journey to optimal health. I hope you are having a great Monday today. I wanted to come to you live because there's so many questions surrounding what is the BMI, what is your BMI, what is a healthy BMI, what is it all about? And I wanted to break it down. So first, I want to tell you to go to your wonderful life book, because your life book has a lot of great information in it. And I know the thickness of this book can be intimidating, but the great thing about it is you can take it piece by piece. So element 6 of the life book talks about your path to healthy weight. And there's a lot that goes into healthy weight besides the number on the scale. And one of the numbers is your BMI. And your BMI stands for body mass index. It's simply your height versus your weight. And there is a chart on page 155 that can actually show you what your BMI is. And so as you lose weight, your BMI goes down. And it's broken down into categories. It starts with the obese category, then it goes to the overweight category, and then it goes into a healthy category. And I know that the numbers seem obtrusive to some people, and I know that sometimes the number that appears in the healthy BMI range seem unattainable, or you can't imagine that you can actually get to that number. But I want you to know that it's a number. It's just your height versus your weight. It doesn't take into consideration the muscle mass that you have. It doesn't take into consideration your bone density. But there is a very large range for each of the categories. So for your healthy BMI, the weight range actually is 30 pounds. And if I went through each of these categories, it's probably 30 pounds or more. So some of that 30 pounds does take into consideration, all of those other factors. But people wonder, do I need to get to that healthy BMI? Should I really strive to be below 25 so you're out of that overweight category? And what I would tell you, I've been a health coach for almost 6 years, but I've been in the health and fitness industry for 25 years as an exercise physiologist and personal trainer. And what I would tell you about the BMI is, yes, it's just a number. It's not the be all end all, but there's a range. And I would strive, if you can, to get to that healthy place. While you're on your weight loss journey, there are so many factors that are involved. And what I would encourage everybody to do is, if you can, not just have a scale that actually looks at what your weight is, but have one of those smart scales that actually measures your body fat, your bone density, your water weight. It will also tell you your BMI, but just remember that's a range. So it's just your height versus your weight. As it comes down, your BMI is going to come down. So, because we can get so obsessed over the weight, the number on the scale. And, we know that there's a lot of mental and emotional components that go into your weight loss journey too, or your health journey, I should say. And so we want all of those components to come into play. So some people don't know what their healthy weight should be. So I would say, look at the chart on page 155. And see what that green category is for your height. And see, that would be, quote unquote, maybe your healthy weight. Sometimes if you have a large weight loss story and you lose 100 pounds, you may still be slightly in that overweight category, but you've had such an amazing transformation so far. So do you need to go all the way to that healthy BMI? That's up to you. You're the one that has the control over that number, right? Is it the healthier thing to do medically? Probably. Other things to look at are your circumference of your waist. We want that number to be within the guidelines that are listed in element 6 there. And that's because you don't want to carry the majority of your fat around your internal organs. It's healthier to have a lower circumference of your waistline. It's healthier to be at the BMI. So when we're looking at your health journey here, we're looking for optimal health, not optimal weight. So I want you to think about that as you're kind of trying to decide where you are. And many clients, are afraid in the beginning to give their ultimate dream of what they want to be or where their healthiest point would be. They can't even fathom what it would be. So they might give a number. And then when they get close to that number, they think, oh, well, I've done so great. I can do a little bit more, and I can do a little bit more. So I always tell people, you'll know when you get there. You'll feel it. You'll know it. Your medical numbers, like your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, all of those numbers will tell you where you want to be. I will give you this tip for advice, is go all the way there. Go all the way to where you want to be. And if you're not quite sure, then keep going and your body will tell you where it will settle in. And then make sure you go through the transition phase with your coach so that you can easily take yourself out of fat burn. So if you have any questions about BMI, what it means to you, I recommend you talk to your coach about it. Drop it in the comments below too. We're all here as a community to help each other through. Remember, it's just a number, and there's a lot of numbers that go into your optimal health. Aiming to be as healthy as you can as an individual is the ultimate goal. Have a great day.